Stop blaming the money or your lack thereof as to why you're not attracting women. It's bullshit. Stop listening to these silly ass podcasts that suggest you won't have success with women unless you're making a shit ton of money. It's bullshit. I know from personal experience not to take silly ass advice like that. When I didn't have it in high school, I was having my way. When I got in the military and I was terrible with my money, so I also still didn't have it, I was still having my way with women. Got out the military, I was living with my moms, still having my way, and I'm sleeping in a guest room in my mom's house. Driving a beat up car that barely works. Moved out my mom's house, finally got my own apartment, still driving that same beat up ass car. I had my TV and a mattress, not a bed, and a mattress on the floor in the living room because I couldn't afford a bed frame. And I was still having my way. Then I started making more money and getting better with my money. And I was still having my way. And just like I was broke and having my way, there are plenty of broke guys out here, as we speak, having their way. Bro, some of these guys are even getting taken care of by women. I say all that to say, man, it's not the money, and you're using that as a coping mechanism as to why you aren't having success. I'd even argue that it's better that you learn women and deal with women before you start making money, so you're able to make the distinction between a woman that genuinely likes you versus a woman that's trying to use you. And you'd also be able to attract women without thinking that you have to lead with your money, because a guy that's always had money will not be able to make that distinction. And he's likely already being used and leading with his money, and you do not want to be that guy.